Hey everybody, I'm here with Reid Duke, who is playing a deck that you are very famous for, which is Jund, but this time it's got a reanimation feel to it. So tell me why you want to play this deck this weekend.
Well, yeah, I mean, just as you said, I'm pretty comfortable with the color combination, a lot of the cards in it. But big picture, Standard is a format where mid-range decks are really good, and traditional knowledge is if you can't be much faster than your opponents, it's good to be a little slower and bigger. So, you know, I like the card Titan of Industry, and the idea is if our plays sort of mirror each other and we trade off a lot, the dust settles and I still have the Titan of Industry in my hand, that's going to be, you know, a favorable situation. That's what we're hoping for.
Let's talk about the core of your deck then. You mentioned Titan of Industry, okay? That card's really important to this deck, but even more important is Cruelty of Gix. Tell me why that card's in this deck.
Well, Cruelty of Gix is awesome. This is one of the most engaging, you know, Magic cards I've ever played with, kind of, because you think about 3 distinct, really powerful modes. You can set them on whatever timeline you choose, and one of them is go get any card from your deck that you can think of. So talk about, like, you know, the possibility tree branching out and trying to think ahead and level your opponent, things like that. So there's a lot that Cruelty of Gix can do. You know, if the game's slowing down, you can totally just use it as a value card, like hammer them on chapter 1, hammer them on chapter 2, and then get something back on chapter 3. Very, you know, versatile, flexible card.
Talk to me about Soul of Windgrace as well. I love this card.
Yeah, this is cool. You know, I think on day 1 of the format, a lot of people were thinking, okay, Sholdred, you know, that's what you want at your 4 mana slot's just so powerful. But Soul of Windgrace is actually even better in this deck, with the idea being you play it, you get back a land, you know, maybe Riveteer's Overlook it's really good with, and then your opponent really has to kill it because this card can dominate a battlefield and snowball if it goes unanswered. But then when they kill it, it's like, okay, now I get to untap and have my 5 or 6 mana. I'm almost ready for my Titan of Industry. So it just makes for a really, you know, smooth transition and difficult for the opponent to combat whenever you can resolve it.
The cat that does it all. Let's talk about the facilitators then, because you're doing a lot of big, bomby things in this deck. Llanowar Loam Speaker allows you to do those things.
Yeah, just a really, really good version of the mana creature. Fixes for any color of mana. You can use it to pressure when you're ready to get the game over with or kill a planeswalker or something like that. And you know, 3 toughness is surprisingly pretty effective in a lot of situations.
And Bloodtithe Harvester, besides being just a really good creature, allows you to pitch your Titan of Industry. And then of course, Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I mean, this card's a house.
Yeah, exactly. Just nice, cheap play that you can, you know, kind of count on in virtually any situation. And
then copy your Titan of Industry, right?
Yeah, that's the killing blow. If we can get to that point, then things are going well.
Let's talk about your interaction. You've got 3 copies of Cut Down. What are you killing with this?
The most important single card to kill is Rafine Scheming Seer, because you kind of get one opportunity, one window to kill that. If you don't, things get out of control, and then you need that answer to be cheap because of the ward cost, because of these games where you're on the draw against Rafine. So Cut Down, very important there, in addition to just being, you know, good, efficient, cheap spell.
Yeah, you've got another excellent removal spell in Infernal Grasp. Talk to me about Riveteer's Charm. What does that card do in this deck?
I just think it's a really, really good card. I play it, you know, across a variety of formats, but again, pretty nice answer to Rafine because you can use it as graveyard hate in something like a mirror match. And then also this deck generates a lot of mana, so sometimes you just need a little extra gas in the tank and you can convert it into 2 or 3 cards by using that Exile the Top 3 mode. So yeah, just great versatile card that I'm happy to draw in a wide range of situations.
Cruelty of Gix allows you to tutor, so you've got some tutor targets here. Burn down the house to get rid of whatever you need to. Liliana of the Veil, your girl. She's back. Welcome to Standard.
Team captain with one of Liliana.
And one of Duress. Which of these is your favorite to go get?
I'd say Burn Down the House comes up the most, where it's like, wow, this just totally won me an otherwise unwinnable game, bailed me out. But Duress is great because sometimes you just need something really cheap to get rid of their counterspell, get rid of their farewell. And yeah, Liliana comes up too if they just have one single big threat that you really need to deal with.
All right, Jund Reanimator, Reid Duke, when in doubt, Jund him out. Best of luck to you this weekend.
Thank you.